Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! We've got a letter from Gala. Zip Butterbean. I've been told so many times that I take things too seriously, so I'm gonna really try to loosen up. From now on, I'm gonna be more spontaneous, stuck on the rules and recipes. I'm serious. Oh, rethinking this now. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be more, relaxed, to go with the flow. Take things a little less seriously. I do have... I don't know if this is an update on what I announced yesterday of my interview for a job. I both do and don't have it. It is now Schrodinger's job interview. I'm not gonna know until I observe it. Total blast twinkles. Let's chat. All the amazing discoveries I make on my walks. Flowers, places to hide things. That is fair. Also, I know I shifted to early bird so I could more easily check the morning turnips literally like today, and then I just didn't. But yeah, I was tired. Steven, glad to see you. It's latest. A little fresh air never fails to cheer me up, airmail. It's very fair. But now apparently the interview is at 11 a.m. instead of 2 p.m. Which is even worse for those who, are looking for a night shift. A day shift, that would be great. That's, just before lunch. It works. But 11 a.m. is, you're probably going to be asleep regardless of things. It's like, I get there's definitely some people who could, on a whim, flip their sleep schedule from sleeping nights to sleeping days. Most people aren't like that, though. Like, I imagine if I were to ask any of you guys watching, hey, could you suddenly be awake at night? You might be like, yeah, and then you try it, and you'd be dead tired all night and probably be asleep by like 2, 3 in the morning. If you go to sleep at a reasonable time and sleep through the night already. And if you're already awake through, just... Could you be awake when you were normally asleep, effectively? Fingers are watching you, Serrano. So now I get to basically stay awake on Friday. Because, yeah. I'm definitely not going to sleep, which is probably going to hurt for the interview, but to explain what happened, I basically woke up today to an email from this place saying, hey, yeah, we're no longer interested in you for this position, but please feel free to apply to our other positions, which I still can't. Not without using another browser. Thankfully, I've got Opera GX and Google Chrome still, so I've got 2 more browsers I can use to applying to this place with. Hey there, Butterbean, on the hunt for new style. Came to the right place. Stuff here changes every day, so it's a cinch to keep your wardrobe fresh. Wanna chat? Not really into buying the best brands or trendy styles. I just want to wear something comfy. It is fair. I'm literally the same way. But yeah, it went from that to around 4 getting an email from them of, so hey, we'd like to reschedule your interview. And it's like, huh? But you literally, huh? So now I'm just waiting. I don't know what's going on with that place. It's a crap show. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it. Sabes, you made it to Wednesday, halfway through the week. I just figure if you can get to Wednesday, the rest of the week is easy. Like sewing downhill. That is fair. Like, I don't understand. Oh, Scala's back here. Oh, Butterbean. Glad to see you. Salatus. Struggling to come up with last-minute dinner plans, Snorty. Aw. I mean, there's lots of fish. You catch a fish. There's a lot of tilapia in the river. I've heard tilapia is really good. I have heard, I've never tried tilapia, but I have heard that it apparently basically tastes like butter, which is ultimately another case of, if animals don't want us to eat them, why are they out here tasting like butter? Like, but yeah, like, I am at a loss with this place, and I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. I highly doubt that I highly doubt that the other night positions are going to be gone, and my current thinking is that I'm gonna show up for the interview at the new time. I'm gonna do it. And if they didn't want me to actually be there, maybe they shouldn't have rescheduled the interview. Maybe they should have just left it at the rejection email from their AI. Sasquawker, feeling psyched, Nightshade. Stop for chat. Staying over yet, Nightshade, no matter what the sun says. Yeah, I mean, the day's just getting started. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things to ramble about. It's not the easiest to think of things to ramble about, especially when I am mildly frustrated like I am. And I know, mostly because when I was mentioning this to a friend, her response was, maybe call. It's like, I would, and I might, but for now, I'm just gonna trust that the interview is still a thing, and that it was probably just a case of they had all the applicants they wanted, and they're just pulling the thing down. Like, that's my assumption. Hey, sleepy time yet? Oh, sorry about that. Guess I nodded off. Yeah, you did. No, it ain't sleepy time. You did fall asleep. You didn't say anything. Please be awake. Now let's talk. What's on your mind, Tona? Let's talk. It's easy to forget to appreciate yourself, to ignore what you most like seeing in the mirror. But I think what I'd say is I just like seeing me in the mirror. Every day we get a little bit better at being us. I don't. Do you see this mess? This ain't something to look at. This is something that breaks mirrors. But, yeah. I hate the world we live in. Can I just go find a cave and be a goblin already? Like, I'm sure there's caves around. Like, they'll just be, you know, at the side of the ocean. Which wouldn't be the worst. I'd have fishies brought to me. I wouldn't have to go get them. They would just come right to me. It'd be great. But yeah, I will say, at least for the moment, until I know anything, really, when it comes to job. I think I'm just gonna hang on to the money I have. Because I'm in the camp where I have less than $200. So as much as I would very much like the new Pokemon game, like, is that coming out tomorrow for you guys? 2 days for me. As much as I would like that game at launch, I think I'm gonna wait. Because I would hate to buy it and then need money for something, you know? Because I don't got money. I will fully admit, getting a scheduled interview and then waking up to, we're sorry, we don't want you for this job anymore, has left me very just bleh on the day. Honestly, existence in general. Like, it is so freaking frustrating, man. Oh my gosh, I have such good taste. I'm Biscuit, DIY trendsetter. You are Pinky. What do you got? Jamaican. Well, making a spooky lantern set. The idea when I fell asleep watching Meg Lives in Love, it's to put trains in love, one of them. Not important. It doesn't matter if Meg Live and Mike took the relationship off the rails, because I'm building a thing. Yeah, I'd love to know. Show me the first pop star slash fashion designer slash DIY guru. It's down all the recipes, so here we go. I suppose one thing that I can kind of ramble about is something that people probably have heard of if you've been dealing with internet stuff lately, or just games in general. You've probably heard that there was a pretty big security vulnerability in Unity. It's not as big of a vulnerability as it's made out to sound to be. It sounds scary. It really does. Like, people can gain access to the same security level that Unity operates on by messing with Unity itself. And yeah, that's spooky. It's not a remote vulnerability. An attacker needs to already have access to your computer for them to exploit this vulnerability. So think about that one for a moment. An attacker needs to already have either remote access via like TeamViewer or physical access to your computer to execute programs with administrator rights. I can't help but feel if an attacker already has access to your computer via one of those means, they're not gonna bother with Unity. Like, there is nothing remote executable about this. Now, someone could, say, make a mod, and then inject code into their mod that then allows for them to remotely access your computer in some way by basically having this mod end up, I don't know, basically installing TeamViewer in the background or something and then remoting to them. And, you know, there's things they could do for modded Unity games. But just be careful about the things you download. Basic internet security, you know, like, I do understand people's concerns, but like, much like with many security vulnerabilities, they're really not as bad as they're made out to be. Like, there was a security vulnerability with MSI Afterburner a while back. That this was a vulnerability that people speculated was a thing before it was confirmed it was a thing. Basically, a malicious user, or malicious actor, so hey Flick, could redirect the download request for updating MSI Afterburner to just another website. They could just do that. Hey, an arch. Spooky arch. And basically all it was it just, because of how MSI Afterburner's update process worked, the application itself basically just went, it basically had a line of code that basically just said, connect to blank. Oof, I should have sold yesterday. Alright, well, I'm going to sell my turnips now because that price is not coming back up. Almost sold the arch. So, instead of taking a 30 bell profit, I'm taking a, 20-some bell loss. It's fine. So, a malicious actor could have used that vulnerability to modify that bit of code in MSI Afterburner to redirect it to somewhere else. But I want you to think about this for a moment. This malicious actor would have had to have basically... can I put this right here, or is it too big? Too big. What if I move these flowers? How silly is this gonna look? Not silly at all, that actually works. Sweet. Also, hey Simon! Simon! Salutations! I like running into you. There's he is using his greeting. Best tasting island is Ostera. Everything tastes great. Everything. But basically, someone would have had to have gotten a virus or bit of malicious code onto your computer that specifically targeted MSI Afterburner's coding to adjust that line of code to redirect traffic from your computer to their malicious download. Right, you can't put those into storage. I need to put these flowers down. I also need to get rid of this butterfly, because I don't need the butterfly. Sorry, butterfly. I'll catch you again to sell you to Flick. I mean, I could just go sell you to Flick, but... I'll catch you again. Catch you later. You know what? Flowers. We got room over here for flowers. But that's basically the level someone would have had to have gone to for this exploit in MSI Afterburner. Which means they'd have to have known you had MSI Afterburner installed. Which, admittedly, a lot of gamers do have MSI Afterburner installed. I have it installed. I never update it, because why would you bother updating it? There's no reason to update MSI Afterburner. Because what that program does, and what people use it for, people like myself, it allows you to manually control the fan speed of your graphics card. That's all it's for. It has some basic overclocking features for specifically MSI graphics cards, basically. You can use its basic overclocking features for any graphics card, but at the same time, if you're serious about overclocking your computer, you're not using MSI Afterburner to overclock it. You're going into the BIOS and you are changing settings in the BIOS. All you use Afterburner for is manually controlling GPU fan speed. And the only reason I use it is because I don't trust Windows to properly spool up the fan. That's it. I only use it because I don't trust Windows. which, you know, I feel is pretty fair. Windows isn't exactly the most trustworthy of operating systems. No operating system is. Like, but like so many of these vulnerabilities sound scary. Like, oh man, a malicious attacker could have redirected someone using MSI Afterburner to any website? That's scary. That's spooky stuff. Except they would have to have known you're using MSI Afterburner, or else their virus is just gonna give itself away? Because if their virus is looking for something that isn't there, Windows is gonna let you know, the file you're looking for doesn't exist. And then it'll probably pull up Bing to try to find try to tell you that the thing you're looking for doesn't exist. Like, Windows being stupid is a pretty good safety net to stuff like that. It's the same as, like, Linux itself. That entire operating system is basically a security vulnerability. Because anything on Linux can be done with their version of the control panel. Anything at all whatsoever. Does not matter. There is no administrator access. So literally, all you would need is a virus that executes code in their command prompt. And you can do anything you want. And they'll probably not even know you've done it. But so few people use Linux that it's not worth it for somebody to develop that kind of virus. And if they have developed it, it's not worth it for them to pay the money to get it injected into an advertisement that's then pushed by Google or something. They would rather push vulnerabilities and weaknesses in Windows, because Windows is popular. Which, speaking of Windows, can I just say how funny it is seeing people who freaked out and complained and shouted and boycotted when Windows 7 support was ending because they didn't want to use Windows 10? All of those same people now going, wait, no, don't take my Windows 10. It's like, what? I thought you didn't like Windows 10. And, I do get it. I get if you don't like the aesthetic of... So nice. Of, Windows 11. I get it. I didn't like it either. That's where I went and found the Ultimate Windows Tweaker, which allows you to change how Windows looks, and made it so that basically my Windows 11 looks like Windows 10. Simple as. Whoa. I'm just good. And anyone can do that with the Ultimate Windows Tweaker, which is basically a program made by a Windows, like a Microsoft Windows Insider kind of thing. I was trying to turn around so I could, catch the other bug. But I just want to shake the tree again. And it is very much a case of, to the people complaining because their computers are no longer supported. I get that too. I really do. If you're, if you're someone running a major office operation and you haven't already updated your computers, so upgraded them, that's kind of on you, I'm sorry to say. if you're a regular user, like, if you're, regular user number 5,512, I can't blame you for being upset that your computer that works just fine no longer works just fine. Like, I cannot blame you for being upset then. Especially with the prices of modern CPUs and crap. At the same time, though, the hardware that is no longer supported is a decade old. In computer terms, that is positively ancient. It is about time to upgrade. And the main thing to remember is that just because security updates have stopped does not mean Windows 10 is immediately a risk. It's just something to get off of as soon as possible. You probably have, a good amount of time before Windows 10 actually becomes a security risk. Because, Microsoft has been patching a lot of the security vulnerabilities. The main issue you're going to have is that your Windows Defender, the Windows Defender for Windows 10, is no longer going to be updated. Which basically means that your antivirus, if that is your antivirus, is no longer going to get updated. Which means that you're going to want to find a new antivirus. I can't really give a great suggestion there. Malwarebytes, pretty decent. That's really about as far as I can go. I'm not that in tune with antiviruses these days because Windows Defender does do such a good job. I myself just run a combination of Malwarebytes and Windows Defender because it works. Hey, I finally got a thingy from a tree. Yeah. So, like, yeah. And, like, I do understand people not having the money to upgrade their computers. I do want to say, though, that you can get a cheap AM4 motherboard and basically any AMD 3000 or higher CPU. Well, okay, AM4, it's 3000 to 5000. And it's not a hard thing to change out yourself. It really isn't. Trust me, it seems a lot scarier than it actually is. Most of those CPUs will come with a cooler. You just follow the instructions and you're fine. Or you can go with a cheap LGA 1700, get a basic Celeron that might, between the two of them might only run you like maybe $100, the motherboard and the CPU, and you're probably good. Once again, you do have to do that yourself, but just follow the instructions. Computers are not as difficult and scary as you think they are. I can assure anybody of that. For the most part, it is no more difficult than building a Lego set. You just follow the instructions and you're good. Also, there is a bug on my screen. Right there. Now it's there. I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch this bug, but it's on. You guys can't even see it. I'm just swinging a mystery invisible bug. It's on my TV. Little beetle. Now in the lake. It's running away. It's going to the top right. Oh, now it's just going to the top. it's going. It's going. Jeez. I usually see those little beetles on my lamps. I think they like the heat. They don't really seem to cause any damage or problems, so I just kind of ignore them. As long as a bug isn't actively causing damage to things, I tend to just leave it alone. I mean, they're just vibing. I wouldn't want a giant to come along and squish me just because it thought I was somewhere I shouldn't be. So, you know. Now, if I was being a little menace and, like, trying to burn the giant's house down, then, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But, you know, little buggy girl on top of my monitor TV is not doing anything. I'm honestly waiting for the day that a bug ends up walking across the webcam. That would be funny. That would be very funny. Oh, the little beetle has wings. She kind of flared her wings out. She is actually walking up onto the webcam. If she walks across the lens, that's going to be so freaking funny. Because the webcam itself is not going to know how to respond to that. It's going to want to focus. Yeah, she's climbing up the side, I think. Can't really tell. I'm getting very distracted by this bug. But yeah, like, you could also probably take your computer to, like, especially, like, I'm saying this more for people who are too old to want to risk messing with a computer. You could probably buy these components, and if you are wondering what kind of components you could buy, you can literally just leave a comment, and I can give suggestions. Like, and if you don't need it to be particularly powerful, that makes things even easier. You could probably take these components in box to just like a local computer repair place, and they'll probably put it together for you. For a fee, but they'll probably put it together for you. And then you'll probably have, you know, some level of, you know, security that, yeah, it's almost certainly gonna work. Because, you know, the computer place put it together. Now, I do say this as somebody who a long time ago bought a used laptop from a computer repair place that not only could not do what they claimed it should be able to do, but also didn't have a genuine copy of Windows. Which, knowing what I know now, and that basically there is a backdoor for installing Windows, like getting basically copies of Windows. Yeah, they had no excuse to not have a genuine copy of Windows on that machine. Alright, click. I got some bugs for you, man. Yeah, I know, my man. I got bugs to sell. Alright. So I got a pair of wasps, cricket, violet beetle, bagworm, common butterfly, long locust, 3 yellows, citrus longhorn, another long locust, paper kite, 2 red dragonflies, bell cricket, another common butterfly. Okay. I'm gonna guess 7,500 bells. I was half there. Really bad at this. Though, that means I was probably pretty spot on for what the Nooklings would have paid for them. So, you know, I'm halfway there, living on a prayer. But But yeah, that's going to be it for me rambling today. I do want to thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then.